Well, I gotta talk about this. Okay, I've gotta talk about this. And if you are one of those people that come to my videos like on okay. Okay. Let's be honest. What's really wrong with people that continue to watch the same person just to complain about the person, to say that person complains, but then that person's complaining about the person complaining, but it's not okay if I complain, but it's okay if you complain. You know what I'm talking about? You get that? No? Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this. This will not be a long video by any means, but like, have you read this? Have you seen this? I mean, I was gonna make a video right away, but I was like, I'll get around to it. Based on consistent feedback regarding how it impacts performance, the Stygian Legion is withdraw. What do you mean? What do you mean based on do you even test your game? Do you even know where your game is at right now with 40 out of 40 people on an official server? Do you understand the lag that's there? What do you mean based on consistent feedback? You didn't do consistent testing before bringing this thing to the public? Huh. It's almost like everything I have said in my videos, they just want to prove me right. How can you be upset with me? How can you be upset with me when I have said a million times that a good company, especially a gaming company, is going to test a product before they release it, not Funcom? Like, based on consistent feedback, you're telling me you guys just load up single player and you're like, hey, it works. And then you just throw it out into the world where there's private servers that have 50, 60, 70 plus people on them, barely able to manage. You didn't test it at all, did you? You didn't. Because if you need consistent feedback regarding how it impacts performance, it's almost like I was right. Now let's get to the big one to me personally. Stamina is getting readjusted, also based on your feedback about stamina cost. I'm sorry, I am trying not to laugh while reading this, but your feedback about stamina cost being too high. We want to meet in the middle. The cost of attacks across the board is being reduced by 50%, but regen is being increased to mostly their old values. I'm assuming the old values are the ones prior to this, not the old values, but who knows? It's Funcom. Why? Why did you even change stamina in the first place? And when you did change stamina, you didn't do it properly. You just gave us a boom, like a ridiculous scenario. And people complained about it because it was broken. It was just roll pike, roll pike. Okay, you nerf the pike. Now it's just going to be roll great axe, heavy attack, you know, roll heavy attack, roll heavy attack. Are you guys going to be fixing the exploit? I mean, it's not really an exploit. You don't have to really go out of your way to do it unless you set up a macro, but are you going to deal with like how heavy attack damage for certain weapons can almost one-shot a player? No, you're just going to add a compass. And like a friend of mine said, because I like to give credit where it's due, he said it's going to be one of them stupid things that's in your hotbar that you got to pull out while you're running and probably go into first person just to see the compass. Probably. It's Funcom. That's probably exactly how it's going to be. Well, that's all we got for now. There's not a lot of information. I just can't believe they're like with the whole stamina thing. They don't know what to do. They literally don't know what to do. You know, and it's like they're trying, but the way they try confuses me. You know, the stamina system, when it used to gray out, it was good. Stam management was actually important. Stam management now, and well, going to be even more forgiving. You can just do stupid things. It'll make you feel like you're a better player than you really are. Because if you were around when your stamina, if you hit that zone where you're grayed out for a few seconds, that was probably it for you if you were fighting people that knew what they were doing. Stam management is a joke now. And with this, it's going to be a joke even more. You know, and people are still going to complain. I just don't understand why they can't, you know, take an approach to things that are just like incremental, you know, maybe like, you know, I think reducing the cost of attacks is a good idea because sometimes you can barely even get a full combo off. Not that most PvPers are even full comboing. I mean, that's usually what you're doing against thralls, but you would think the PvE world, yeah, they've probably been complaining about that. It's like, I can't even do my damn da 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 da. I get it. I get it. But taking the regen back to where it was when it was like basically instant, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, but hey, I'm gonna roll with it. I still have fun with the game, you know, regardless of what some people might think. I do like Conan. I still play Conan. And you know what? It's made me a better person because I've gotten to the point to where, you know, I don't care what happens in the game anymore. It's just gonna happen. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. But for all you naysayers who don't like my content and don't like my opinions, you know what? Go fly a kite. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go yourself too while you're at it. Because Funcom continues to prove everything I say to be true. Because why implement something into a game that's not properly tested? Neither was the stamina changes. They just come up with these ideas and they're like, here you go, community. Oh, they don't like that. Maybe we should have tested that, but we're not going to. We're just going to let our community do all the work for us and report back to us. If we get 1,000 forum posts about this issue, well, I guess we'll fix it. Lazy.